our growth in the beginning was not as fast, but ever since His Excellency PM Modi comes into power, it's implemented a lot of reforms, and in the last 7 years, our growth in India has tripled.
What we have done in the last 10 years during Mr. Modi's time as Prime Minister has been much more than what we could achieve in earlier periods. So this has given us a lot of encouragement that his increased vigour.
As a foreign investor in the renewable sector, this will present tremendous opportunities for us to pursue.
We are very encouraged with PM Modi's remarks, the fact that he spent so much time listening to the business interests.
I was really very impressed with and encouraged by what Mr. Modi said.
CapitaLand has been in India for more than 30 years. Started off with a IT park in Bangalore, and I must say that our growth in the beginning was not as fast, but ever since His Excellency PM Modi comes into power, it's implemented a lot of reforms, and in the last 7 years, our growth in India has tripled because of the huge prospects of India. I think stable government, steady reforms, pro-business. I think we are very confident to say that we want to be able to more than double our funds under management in India within the next few years. We have transformed from a pure developer to an investment manager. We are able to bring in foreign capital from around the world who are very interested to work with us to invest in India, and not just that, but also to bring in companies from Asia, from Europe, from US, to set up their manufacturing facilities, to set up their businesses, to set up their logistics, the supply chain.
I was really very impressed with and encouraged by what Mr. Modi said to all of us. This is Mr. Modi's third term as Prime Minister of India. And all of us around the table have been in India, investing in India. My own firm has been in India for 20 years. And clearly, what we have done in the last 10 years during Mr. Modi's time as Prime Minister has been much more than what we could achieve in earlier periods. But what Mr. Modi said, that in his next 5 years, in his third term, he will achieve much more than what he did in his first 10 years. So this has given us a lot of encouragement that his increased vigour and his focus on so many different aspects, from space to air travel to housing to AI, digital India, just so many opportunities for us and for all of my colleagues, the 20 businesses who are present today, that we will be going back really very encouraged with the opportunities that India presents to us as Singapore companies and as we're looking to expand beyond the shores of Singapore.
I would argue that the power industry deserves re-rating in India. Prime Minister Modi and his ministries over the last few years implemented these very important policies that enable the viability and the credibility of the Solar Electricity Corporation of India. And now with the success of that, we wanted to bring in NTPC, NHPC, SJVN to also mirror the effort by SECI. So from that perspective, as a foreign investor in the renewable sector, this will present tremendous opportunities for us to pursue.
We are very encouraged with PM Modi's remarks, the fact that he spent so much time listening to the business interests and the issues that's brought up by over 20 Singapore businesses reflected a very pro-business attitude that the Prime Minister has. I think things are opening up, and many of the businesses that gathered today have pledged increased investments into different parts in India, particularly in the renewable energy, in the opening up of the air services, as well as in the financial area. I think we are very encouraged by that. And I think one particular area that PM Modi spent a bit time talking was in skills development.
Right.
And I think that's a big area where Singapore can contribute to, not only in terms of the skills development, but opportunity to do accreditation of the training providers there.
Commitment to Digital India, the commitment to digitalization across all of Indian society has been actually something that is, for a lot of places, an example to follow. And I think we've been very excited and pleased by that, because what we've been able to do is enable the economy this way, the digital economy. And we've been able to serve more than 1,000 companies, small, medium, large companies in India, plus some of the big Fortune 500 companies, the big cloud players, because that enables them to come in and provide the digital infrastructure to allow all the other things like AI, greater e-commerce, and the proliferation of data penetration and broadband across the country. To demonstrate money where our mouth is, we are actually investing more than 26,000 crores, 3.2 billion US in the next 5 years to enable this. It means that substantial 550 megawatts of capacity will come online, data center capacity, which means that now the foundations across major cities and first, second tier cities, which we have been starting to invest in, not just the first tier cities, we've seen that basically that demand is increasing rapidly. And that will allow that whole Digital India story to really expand and grow dramatically.